Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions. Thank you again so much for our time together. I want to talk to you today about doing big things for God. There are times that we get very excited about doing big things for God, and a pastor has to sit down and say, let's hold steady for a minute. Do you remember years ago when we were wiping out the church debt and getting debt free? All of a sudden, in the middle of all of that, Ondoy happened. And instead of going debt-free, we took 8 million pesos of money and used it to help our congregation. We provided food for our members and helped our members with blankets and clothes. And we spent over 8 million helping our members. And we just said, we're going to take a break on going debt-free. We're just going to lighten up on this and not talk about this for about 6 months. And there were people who got very upset with me. Let me show you why we did what we did. In Ezra chapter 3, beginning with verse 1, when the 7th month came and the Israelites had settled in their towns, the people assembled as one man in Jerusalem. When the people had already settled in their towns, then they came to Jerusalem, and Ezra said, now, let's build the temple of God. But first, as they came back from Babylon in chapter 1 and chapter 2, he let them settle in their towns, get their families together, get their houses put together, take a few months to get everything together for their families. Then we'll start working on the house of God. Never confuse zealousness with, I'm not sure what I'd call it sometimes. Never confuse zealousness with the gracious hand of our God leading us into doing great things of God. God will always look at you and say, now listen, I'm your Father. I'm not your taskmaster. I'm your Father. I'm not your slave driver. God will look at us and say, let's get the family taken care of here. And now let's focus on doing the big thing God asked us to do.